The transit of Mars into Gemini from August 26 to October 20th, 2024, marks a significant period of energetic shifts and transformative opportunities. This fiery planet, representing action, courage, and aggression, moves into the airy, dual sign of Gemini, which governs communication, adaptability, and intellect. Mars in Gemini is a complex blend of fire and air, leading to an increase in mental activity, assertiveness in communication, and a heightened drive for change and movement. It is essential to note that these interpretations are based on sidereal or Vedic astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference with the tropical zodiac. Mars, the natural ruler of the 1st and 8th houses, is a planet of vitality, determination, and transformation. Its transit into Gemini, the natural 3rd house of the zodiac, enhances the focus on communication, short travels, and relationships with siblings. Gemini, ruled by Mercury, is an intellectually driven sign that thrives on exchange of ideas, versatility, and adaptability. However, the relationship between Mars and Mercury is traditionally seen as inimical, leading to a tension between action and thought. During this transit, Mars brings a surge of energy into the areas governed by Gemini. This period will likely be marked by a strong drive to express oneself, engage in debates, and take decisive actions in matters related to communication and intellectual pursuits. However, the dual nature of Gemini may also lead to scattered energies, making it challenging to maintain focus. The key lies in channeling this energy effectively to avoid impulsiveness and rash decisions. During its transit through Gemini, Mars will cast its aspects on Virgo, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. These aspects will influence the respective houses they fall into, bringing Mars's assertive and dynamic energy into these areas. Mars's 4th aspect on Virgo will energize matters related to health, work, and daily routines. Virgo, already influenced by the presence of debilitated Venus conjunct Ketu, may experience increased tension or conflicts in these areas. Mars's influence could push individuals to take decisive actions regarding their health or work environment, possibly leading to significant changes or improvements. Mars's 7th aspect on Sagittarius will impact partnerships, higher education, and philosophical beliefs. This aspect could bring intensity and a desire for expansion in these areas. Individuals may feel compelled to pursue new learning opportunities, travel, or engage in debates and discussions that challenge their existing beliefs. Mars's 8th aspect on Capricorn, a sign associated with structure, discipline, and career, will bring a focus on professional matters. This aspect could lead to a reevaluation of career goals, with a possible push towards taking on more responsibilities or restructuring existing frameworks. The influence of Mars here may also bring unexpected changes or challenges, requiring adaptability and resilience. During this transit, Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, will be retrograding and transiting from Leo to Cancer, adding a layer of complexity to Mars's influence. Mercury and Mars are not natural allies, and their interaction can create a sense of restlessness or frustration, particularly in communication and intellectual pursuits. The retrograde motion of Mercury suggests that some of the actions taken during this period may need to be revisited or refined once Mercury goes direct. Mars begins its journey in Gemini in Mrigashira, its own nakshatra. Mrigashira is known for its restless and curious nature, symbolizing the search for new knowledge and experiences. During this phase, Mars is particularly strong, amplifying the desire to explore new ideas, start new projects, and make bold moves. This is a favorable time for initiating change, particularly in areas related to communication, technology, and short travels. The influence of Mars in its own nakshatra ensures that efforts made during this period will have a significant impact, especially in matters related to personal growth and transformation. As Mars moves into Ardra, ruled by Rahu, the energy shifts towards intense and sometimes disruptive changes. Ardra is associated with storms and upheavals, reflecting the potential for challenges and the need to confront deep-seated issues. This period may bring about sudden changes or revelations, particularly in communication and relationships. The influence of Rahu can lead to obsessive thinking or a desire to break free from constraints. It is essential to harness this energy constructively, focusing on innovation and transformative actions rather than getting caught up in conflicts or power struggles. Jupiter, which governs Punarvasu Nakshatra, will provide a more supportive influence during the latter part of Mars's transit through Gemini. Jupiter's expansive and benevolent nature can help temper Mars's aggression, offering opportunities for growth, learning, and spiritual development. Punarvasu is associated with renewal, rejuvenation, and the return to a state of balance. This nakshatra brings a more optimistic and philosophical outlook, encouraging reflection on past actions and the opportunity to correct mistakes. Mars in Punarvasu can lead to a more measured approach to challenges, focusing on long-term goals and the bigger picture. It's crucial to perceive Mars as the planet of action. Wherever it transits in the chart or during transit, it ignites activity in matters associated with that specific house. If Mars is well positioned in the chart and during transit, it also takes on the role of a defender or protector, safeguarding the affairs related to the house it influences. To accurately assess the impact of these transits, it is crucial to consider your ascendant and moon signs. The ascendant sign offers insights into the timing of life events, while the moon sign reveals how you will emotionally respond to these changes. Take into account the position of your current Maha-dasha lord in your birth chart, as it can shed light on how these transits will influence the recurring themes of your current dasha period. This transit may manifest differently for each individual, and how they navigate this transit will depend on their personal charts. A more precise understanding of the impact of this transit can be gained by examining Mars's Ashtaka Varga score in Gemini. Keep in mind that the effects of this transit are contingent on Mars's interaction with the planets in individual birth charts. It's also worth noting that individuals currently experiencing the influence of Mars Dasha may feel the effects of this transit more intensely. To understand how this transit may affect you based on your zodiac sign and the houses it transits, let's delve into those specifics. For Aries, the transit of Mars through Gemini brings significant influences, as Mars is the ruler of both their first house of self and eighth house of hurdles. This transit occurs in Aries' third house, which governs communication, initiative, siblings, and courage. For Aries individuals, this period is marked by both opportunities and challenges that will test their resilience, communication skills, and ability to balance various aspects of their lives. As Mars transits the third house, Aries individuals will experience a noticeable boost in courage and determination. This is a time when you will feel more motivated to take risks and pursue your goals with renewed vigor. The third house is also associated with initiative, and with Mars energizing this sector, you'll find yourself more proactive, ready to tackle new projects and take on challenges that you may have previously hesitated to confront. However, this increased drive can sometimes lead to impulsive decision-making, which might not always yield the expected results. It's important to temper your natural impulsiveness with careful planning to avoid setbacks. Mars in Gemini can make Aries individuals more assertive and direct in their communication, especially in professional settings. While this straightforwardness can be beneficial in some situations, it may not always be well received by colleagues and associates. There is a risk of coming across as too aggressive or harsh, which could strain relationships at work. It's crucial to be mindful of your tone and approach when dealing with others, especially in sensitive discussions. Consider softening your delivery to ensure that your message is understood without causing unnecessary friction. The transit of Mars through the third house may bring fluctuations in your financial situation. You may experience sudden expenditures that disrupt your budget, making it essential to manage your finances carefully. While your income might fluctuate, this period also presents opportunities to be productive in your personal and family relationships, which can bring emotional fulfillment. Mars encourages you to put effort into strengthening bonds with your spouse and family members, particularly your siblings. This focus on family can help you maintain a sense of stability and support during times of financial uncertainty. During this transit, your family relationships, especially with your siblings, will be highlighted. You might find yourself more involved in family outings and gatherings, enjoying quality time with loved ones. However, Mars' influence also suggests the potential for conflicts or communication gaps, particularly with siblings. The assertiveness that Mars brings could lead you to push your siblings for answers or to be more forthcoming, but this might backfire if they become more reserved in response. It's important to approach these interactions with patience and understanding to avoid escalating tensions. Health concerns, particularly those affecting family members, may arise during this period. While these issues could cause some worry, your own health is likely to remain strong, especially if you maintain a routine of regular exercise, a balanced diet, and practices such as meditation. These activities will not only support your physical well-being but also help manage the stress that might come from family health issues. Despite the potential challenges in communication and relationships, this Mars transit offers significant opportunities for professional success. If you are involved in legal matters, court cases, or any form of litigation, Mars' influence will likely work in your favor, helping you achieve victory in these areas. The transit also supports those in professions related to law enforcement, investigative journalism, or forensic work, where Mars' assertive and action-oriented energy can be particularly beneficial. Career-wise, Mars will help you overcome any ongoing difficulties at your workplace. The planet's position will end the challenges you have been facing, providing a smoother path to achieving your goals. You may also find that this period brings you respect and honor in your professional field, as your efforts and determination begin to pay off. This is an excellent time to push through any remaining obstacles and solidify your position in your career. The third house is strongly associated with communication, and Mars transit here will likely inspire you to improve your communication skills. This is a time when you may become more articulate, particularly in expressing your thoughts and ideas. Your mental acuity will be heightened, making you more efficient at multitasking and handling various responsibilities simultaneously. However, there is a cautionary note. Mars can also make you overly assertive or even argumentative, especially in discussions with neighbors or in situations where your opinions differ from others. This tendency could lead to unnecessary conflicts, so it's advisable to be aware of how you express yourself, ensuring that your communication remains respectful and constructive. This period is likely to be filled with travel, whether for work or leisure. You may find yourself frequently on the move, participating in adventurous activities and exploring new places. While these travels can be exciting and fulfilling, it's important to keep an eye on travel expenses, which could rise unexpectedly. Be cautious about trusting new acquaintances, particularly those you meet during your travels. Overall, Mars transit through Gemini offers a dynamic and transformative period for Aries individuals. It brings increased courage, determination, and opportunities for professional success, but also requires careful management of communication and relationships. By staying mindful of your interactions and balancing your impulsive tendencies with thoughtful planning, you can navigate this transit successfully, emerging stronger and more accomplished by the end of it. For Taurus, Mars, the ruler of the 12th house of losses and foreign settlement, as well as the 7th house of partnerships, transits Gemini, impacting significantly as it passes through the 2nd house of wealth, family, and speech. This period brings a mix of enthusiasm and caution, influencing your professional life, family dynamics, financial situation, and personal well-being. This transit promises growth and progress in your professional life, with several opportunities likely to present themselves, particularly in connection with foreign lands. If you are involved in international business or are considering expanding your work abroad, this period could be highly beneficial. You may find that new partnerships or collaborations bring financial gains, and your spouse could play a supportive role in your professional endeavors, contributing to your success. However, while profits from the professional front are visible, you should be cautious with your expenditures. Personal spending may increase significantly, particularly on family-related matters, which could strain your finances if not managed carefully. The influence of Mars in the 2nd house can make you more assertive in managing your resources, pushing you to earn more and save diligently. However, the impulsive nature of Mars might lead to unnecessary or hasty purchases, making it essential to exercise restraint when it comes to spending. On the personal front, your relationships with your partner and family will generally be cordial and supportive. You will find joy in spending time at home, engaging in fun activities with your family, and nurturing your domestic life. This period is also favorable for those looking to tie the knot, as the energy of Mars can bring opportunities for marriage, especially for those in committed relationships. Despite the overall harmony, Mars transit can also bring some challenges within the family, particularly concerning communication. There may be instances of miscommunication with siblings, leading to minor disputes or misunderstandings. It's crucial to be mindful of your speech and avoid harsh or bitter words, as this could create unnecessary tension. Mars' influence in the 2nd house, which governs speech, means that how you communicate with others, especially family members, can have a significant impact on your relationships during this time. Mars' aspect on the 5th house raises concerns related to children. There is a possibility of issues arising with your children's education or behavior, so it's important to be patient and supportive. For those with young children or expecting a child, extra caution is advised as Mars' malefic nature could bring challenges, including the risk of miscarriage or health concerns related to pregnancy. The aspect of Mars on the 9th house, which represents the father, suggests that there could be expenses connected to your father's health or well-being, requiring your attention and care. Mars transiting through your 2nd house will make you proactive in managing your finances. You will feel a strong drive to increase your income and save money, possibly by changing your approach to financial matters. However, the desire to spend on family and personal comforts could lead to mounting expenses, making it important to strike a balance between saving and spending. The transit is a good time to review your financial plans, cut unnecessary expenses, and focus on long-term savings. Your health during this period requires special attention, particularly concerning diet and speech. The second house also governs food intake, and with Mars influence, you might be prone to issues related to the mouth, such as ulcers or dental problems. It's advisable to reduce the intake of spicy foods and focus on a balanced, healthy diet to avoid these issues. Regular exercise and stress management practices like meditation will help maintain your overall well-being during this transit. Mars influence can bring about a period where disputes or legal issues related to property might arise. If you are involved in any property disputes or legal matters, this is a time to approach these situations with caution and avoid confrontations. Mars' 8th aspect on your 8th house of secrets and hidden matters could bring some unpleasant revelations, particularly in your personal or family life, which may cause temporary unhappiness or stress. In relationships, Mars may make you more demanding or assertive, which could lead to conflicts if not managed carefully. It's essential to be aware of your partner's feelings and maintain open, compassionate communication to avoid unnecessary arguments. Mars' influence on the 7th house could also bring challenges in business partnerships, so it's important to be cautious in any new ventures or agreements. During this transit, you might find yourself drawn to travel, particularly abroad, possibly with your family. This period can bring new experiences and opportunities to learn, whether through formal education or by gaining knowledge from new cultures and environments. Mars energy may also push you to improve your communication skills, helping you overcome stage fright or develop your public speaking abilities. This is an excellent time for students, as the support from family and the drive from Mars will enhance their focus and academic performance. Overall, Mars transit through Gemini brings a period of dynamic changes for Taurus individuals. While it offers significant opportunities for professional growth and financial gains, it also requires careful management of personal relationships, finances, and health. By staying alert and exercising caution in your interactions and decisions, you can navigate this transit successfully, making the most of the opportunities while minimizing potential challenges. For Gemini individuals, Mars, the planet of action, aggression, and energy, transiting through Gemini, will have a significant impact as it moves through their first house, the house of self, nature, and personality. As the Lord of the 6th house of health and service, and the 11th house of gains and ambitions, Mars' influence in this period will shape both your personal and professional life, demanding a balance between assertiveness and caution. Mars in your first house brings a surge of energy and enthusiasm that will positively impact your professional life. This is a time when you may receive good opportunities to travel abroad for work, where your efforts will likely lead to professional success. You will feel confident and assertive in your approach, and your competitive spirit will help you overcome challenges and excel in your field. However, this period may also increase your workload, leading to stress and fatigue, especially at night. The demanding nature of Mars, combined with the responsibilities of your work, could take a toll on your physical health if you don't take care to balance work with rest. The key is to be vigilant about managing your energy levels and not overexerting yourself. Regular breaks and proper time management will be crucial to maintaining your health and ensuring that you can continue to perform at your best. Mars transit through your first house can make you more self-centered, which might lead to tension in your personal relationships if not managed carefully. The aggressive energy of Mars could cause you to become more irritable or impatient, leading to potential ego clashes with your partner. It's important to stay mindful of how you communicate with loved ones, as your direct and assertive manner may come off as domineering or insensitive. Mars' aspect on the 4th house, which governs family and domestic matters, suggests that you may need to pay extra attention to your home life. There could be some expenditure related to property, such as renovations or buying a new house or car. While these activities may bring satisfaction, they could also lead to financial strain, so it's wise to budget carefully and avoid unnecessary spending. The transit may bring some health concerns related to your mother, requiring your attention and care. This period also suggests that disputes or misunderstandings could arise within the family, particularly with siblings, so it's essential to approach these situations with patience and tact to maintain harmony at home. Mars in your first house will strongly influence your physical health and overall well-being. This is a time when you will likely focus on self-improvement and personal development. Many Gemini individuals may feel motivated to join personality development classes, start a new fitness regime, or take up courses that enhance their skills and polish their abilities. The energy of Mars will push you to be proactive about your health, encouraging you to stay active, engage in sports, and take better care of your body. However, the aggressive nature of Mars also brings some risks. You may be prone to cuts, bruises, or other minor injuries, especially if you engage in activities involving sharp objects or fire. Indigestion and other minor health issues could also arise, particularly during travel, so it's important to be mindful of your diet and avoid eating stale or unhealthy food. Prevention is better than cure, so taking precautions to avoid these issues is essential. Mars, as the Lord of the 11th house of gains, will bring opportunities for financial benefits during this transit. You may experience gains from investments, particularly in property or vehicles, as Mars' aspect on the 4th house can indicate profits related to these areas. For those involved in the technical or IT fields, this transit could bring new opportunities to learn and grow, particularly in areas like coding, networking, or other advanced technologies. However, it's also important to be cautious with your finances. The assertive energy of Mars might push you to take risks or make hasty decisions, which could lead to losses if not carefully considered. Avoid getting involved in disputes or legal matters, as Mars' influence could escalate conflicts and lead to unnecessary complications. Your social life will also be impacted by Mars transit through your 1st house. You will likely find yourself drawn to friends who are physically active and energetic, sharing a common interest in sports or other physical activities. This period will see you focusing a significant amount of energy on your social circle, and you may feel the need to prove yourself in competitive situations. While this can be a positive influence, helping you to build strong and supportive friendships, it's important not to come across as too aggressive or short-tempered, as this could alienate those who don't share your pace. Mars' 8th aspect on the 8th house will bring a fearless attitude and the courage to face sudden challenges in life. You will find yourself more willing to tackle difficult situations head-on, using the strength and determination that Mars provides. This transit will be particularly beneficial for developing mental fortitude and resilience, helping you to navigate tough times with grace and confidence. However, this aspect could also bring some disturbances with your in-laws or within your family life, requiring you to handle these relationships with care and diplomacy. The assertive energy of Mars could lead to conflicts if not managed properly, so it's essential to stay grounded and avoid letting your temper get the best of you. Overall, Mars transit through Gemini's 1st house brings a powerful mix of energy, confidence, and assertiveness that will shape your personal and professional life during this period. While it offers opportunities for growth and success, it also demands caution in how you manage your relationships, health, and finances. By staying mindful of Mars' influence and taking proactive steps to balance its energy, you can make the most of this transit, emerging stronger and more self-assured in all aspects of your life. For Cancer individuals, Mars, the planet of action, energy, and conflict, transiting through Gemini signifies a period of deep introspection, spiritual growth, and some challenges, particularly in the realms of career, health, and relationships. Mars is the ruler of the 5th house, governing love, children, creativity, and the 10th house, which relates to career, status, and professional achievements. The 12th house, where this transit occurs, traditionally signifies loss, isolation, hospitalization, foreign lands, and the subconscious mind. This unique combination suggests a time of both personal and professional transformation, where the focus shifts from external achievements to internal growth and understanding. During this transit, Cancer individuals might experience significant changes in their career. The influence of Mars in the 12th house often brings opportunities related to foreign lands, such as job transfers abroad, international projects, or even the possibility of pursuing a career outside one's home country. This period is particularly favorable for those working in fields like import-export, communication, media, or any profession that involves extensive travel or interaction with foreign entities. Despite the promising prospects, the transit also hints at some challenges. The 12th house is known for its association with losses and expenditures, so while there might be gains in your career, they could be accompanied by increased expenses, particularly related to relocation, travel, or legal matters. For those involved in entrepreneurship or independent projects, this transit could bring both opportunities and obstacles. You might find yourself taking bold steps towards new ventures, but it's crucial to remain cautious about overextending yourself financially or taking on too much at once. The 12th house can also indicate hidden enemies or unforeseen challenges, so it's advisable to be vigilant in your professional dealings. In personal relationships, Mars transit through the 12th house could bring a mix of passion and conflict. Cancer individuals are naturally sensitive and nurturing, but the aggressive energy of Mars might make you more prone to misunderstandings or conflicts, especially with your partner. The 12th house also rules the subconscious mind, so unresolved issues or hidden resentments might come to the surface during this time. It's important to approach relationships with patience and understanding, as the assertive nature of Mars can sometimes lead to unnecessary arguments or power struggles. On a more positive note, this transit can also enhance your ability to connect with your partner on a deeper, more spiritual level. You might find yourself exploring new dimensions of intimacy, whether through shared spiritual practices, meditation, or simply spending more time in quiet reflection together. The 12th house is often associated with healing, so this could be an excellent time to work through any lingering issues in your relationship, provided you do so with care and compassion. Health-wise, Mars in the 12th house can be a double-edged sword. On the one hand, this transit might bring some physical challenges, particularly related to the blood, muscles, or immune system. There could be a risk of injuries, surgeries, or illnesses that require hospitalization. For some, this might manifest as minor issues like cuts, bruises, or inflammations, while others might need to address more serious health concerns, particularly if they have been neglected in the past. However, the 12th house is also the house of healing, and Mars' presence here suggests that any health issues that arise during this period can be effectively dealt with, provided you take prompt action. It's a good time to focus on preventive health measures, such as regular exercise, a balanced diet, and stress-reducing practices like yoga and meditation. Given that Mars rules the 5th house of creativity, you might also find that engaging in creative activities, whether it's art, music, or writing, can be a powerful outlet for stress and a way to maintain your mental and emotional well-being during this transit. Financially, this period requires careful management. While there might be opportunities for gain, particularly through foreign investments, travel, or career advancements, the 12th house's association with loss and expenditure means that you could also face unexpected expenses. It's important to keep a close eye on your budget and avoid unnecessary spending, particularly on luxury items or speculative investments. Mars' influence might make you more impulsive in financial matters, so it's crucial to think twice before making any major financial decisions during this time. Perhaps one of the most significant aspects of this transit is its potential for spiritual growth and self-discovery. The 12th house is deeply connected to the subconscious mind, spirituality, and the unseen realms, and Mars' transit through this house can be a powerful catalyst for inner transformation. You might find yourself drawn to practices like meditation, yoga, or even exploring mystical or esoteric subjects. This is a time for introspection, for delving into your inner world, and for addressing any deep-seated fears, insecurities, or unresolved issues that may be holding you back. Mars' influence can also heighten your intuition and psychic abilities, making you more attuned to subtle energies and messages from the universe. Pay attention to your dreams, as they might carry important insights or guidance during this time. However, it's also important to remain grounded and not get too caught up in spiritual pursuits at the expense of your everyday responsibilities. Overall, Mars' transit through Gemini into your 12th house is a period of intense energy and transformation. While it brings its share of challenges, particularly in terms of professional stress, personal relationships, and financial management, it also offers significant opportunities for growth, both materially and spiritually. By maintaining a balanced approach, staying mindful of your actions, and embracing the lessons this transit offers, you can emerge from this period stronger, wiser, and more attuned to your true self. For Leo, the transit of Mars through Gemini has significant implications, especially considering that Mars governs both the 4th house of stability and the 9th house of luck and long-distance travel for this zodiac sign. As Mars transits the 11th house of gains, the effects will be substantial in areas such as earnings, professional recognition, personal relationships, and overall stability. This transit promises a mixture of opportunities and challenges that can be navigated with determination and a positive outlook. Mars transiting the 11th house brings a strong focus on financial stability and professional growth. Leo individuals will find this period favorable for enhancing their income, particularly through investments, bonuses, or even unexpected windfalls. Mars, an auspicious planet for Leo, drives ambition and hard work during this transit. You will feel a heightened sense of determination to achieve your financial goals, and this effort will be recognized and appreciated by superiors. If you are considering starting your own business or taking on new ventures, now is the ideal time. The support of colleagues and the favorable alignment of luck and effort will propel you forward. This transit is particularly beneficial for those in sectors like healthcare and armed forces. For Leo individuals in these fields, there is a strong possibility of career advancement, promotions, and recognition. Mars in the 11th house ensures that the hard work put into your career during this period will yield long-term gains. The gains will not just be financial but will also contribute to your reputation and professional standing. Mars's influence will lead to achievements that will serve as lasting assets in your career. On the personal front, Mars's transit through Gemini will foster harmony and understanding in your relationships. The 11th house also governs friendships and social circles, and during this transit, you are likely to connect with like-minded individuals who share your passions and values. These new friendships will not only enrich your social life but will also provide opportunities for growth and learning. Some of these connections may turn out to be particularly lucky for you, helping you achieve your goals and aspirations. Your relationship with your partner will be marked by domestic bliss and mutual understanding. Mars's influence will encourage a more practical and balanced approach to your personal life, allowing you to adjust to the needs and desires of others without letting ego interfere. However, Mars's 7th aspect on the 5th house will add a fiery, passionate element to your romantic life. Whether you are single or in a relationship, this is an excellent time to impress your partner by discussing future plans and dreams. Your partner is likely to appreciate your grounded and realistic approach, so be sure to set achievable goals together. Family relationships will also benefit from this transit. You will find yourself closer to your mother and other family members, offering support and receiving it in return. Mars's influence will encourage you to maintain a balance between your personal and professional responsibilities, ensuring that neither is neglected. This period is also favorable for students, as Mars's energy will inspire you to stay focused on your studies, especially with the support of intellectually driven friends. Despite the positive aspects of this transit, there are challenges to be mindful of. Mars, while generally beneficial for Leo, can also bring about some disruptive energy. Mars's 8th aspect on the 6th house could potentially stir up issues related to health, legal matters, or competition. You may find yourself facing challenges that require a strong emotional response. Mars represents raw emotions like passion and determination, but also anger. It is crucial to channel these emotions positively, using them to fuel your drive to succeed rather than letting them cause unnecessary conflicts. In your professional life, avoid taking on too many tasks at once, as this could lead to distractions and prevent you from reaching your goals. The desire to multitask, driven by Mars's proactive energy, might seem appealing, but it's important to stay focused on your priorities. Students, in particular, should be cautious of spreading themselves too thin and should concentrate on their academic goals. In your personal life, be mindful of how you communicate with others. Mars's influence can sometimes lead to a harsh or abrasive tone, which could cause misunderstandings or conflicts, especially with siblings or close friends. It's important to maintain a balance in your interactions, ensuring that your assertiveness does not come across as aggression. Mars's transit through the 11th house also offers an opportunity for spiritual and emotional growth. The combination of luck, hard work, and the energy of Mars will not only support your material goals but will also encourage you to explore deeper aspects of your personality and life purpose. This is a good time to engage in positive affirmations and practices that boost self-confidence and promote a positive outlook. Engaging in social causes or community projects will also be fulfilling, allowing you to make a positive impact on society while aligning with your inner values. Overall, Mars's transit through Gemini is a period of significant potential for Leo individuals. The transit promises financial gains, professional advancement, and harmonious personal relationships, but it also comes with its share of challenges. By staying focused, channeling emotions positively, and maintaining a balanced approach to life, you can make the most of this transit and emerge stronger, both materially and spiritually. For Virgo, as Mars transits into Gemini, it brings a mixed bag of opportunities and challenges, particularly in the domain of career and public image. Mars, the lord of the 3rd house of initiative and siblings and the 8th house of hurdles and uncertainty, moves into your 10th house of career, emphasizing your professional life. This transit sets the stage for significant developments in your career, but it also demands careful navigation through potential conflicts and disruptions in your personal life. During this transit, Mars in the 10th house will amplify your ambition and drive to succeed. Virgo, known for its analytical prowess and dedication, will find that Mars's influence enhances these qualities, pushing you to over-deliver on your work targets. You will likely find yourself surrounded by intellectual circles, earning respect and recognition for your contributions. This period is particularly favorable for those in professions related to the army, police, medicine, surgery, construction, or real estate. Your hard work will not go unnoticed, and you may receive accolades, promotions, or even new opportunities that allow you to take on leadership roles. Mars's presence in Gemini will make you more enterprising, and you will find yourself communicating your ideas with conviction. This transit encourages you to take bold steps in your career, whether it's spearheading new projects, taking on additional responsibilities, or stepping into roles that require decisive action and strong leadership. However, with this increased visibility and responsibility, there also comes the possibility of power struggles and conflicts with colleagues or superiors. It's essential to navigate these situations with tact and professionalism to avoid being caught in unnecessary controversies. While Mars drives your professional ambitions, it may also cause you to neglect your personal life, leading to potential conflicts at home. The 10th house emphasis means that your career will take precedence, but this could strain your relationships with family members, particularly with your father. Ego clashes may arise as both of you attempt to assert your perspectives, leading to a possible rift. It's crucial to remain mindful of these dynamics and strive to maintain a balance between work and family life. Your siblings may play a pivotal role in restoring harmony at home, as Mars's influence on the 3rd house strengthens your bond with them. They may offer support and advice that helps you navigate personal conflicts, allowing you to focus more effectively on your career. However, it's important to avoid sudden clashes or disputes, as they could exacerbate tensions both at home and at work. Mars's aspect on the 1st house and the 4th house of domestic life brings attention to your health and home environment. The increased workload and stress from professional demands could take a toll on your well-being, so it's essential to prioritize self-care. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient rest will help you manage the physical and mental strain that comes with this transit. Domestically, Mars's influence may bring changes or disruptions, particularly in matters related to property or your living situation. If you're planning to buy property, renovate your home, or relocate, this transit could support those endeavors. However, be prepared for some challenges along the way, as Mars's energy can also introduce unforeseen obstacles. Your relationship with your mother may require attention, as Mars's influence could create some tension or health concerns that need to be addressed. Mars's 8th aspect on the 5th house of creativity, children, and romance suggests that you may encounter difficulties in these areas. For students, this could mean challenges in focusing on studies or completing academic projects. You may need to make extra efforts to stay on track and avoid distractions. In terms of romantic relationships, Mars's fiery energy could lead to misunderstandings or conflicts with your partner. It might be wise to step back from romantic pursuits during this time and focus on what truly needs your attention, your career. For those with children, this transit could bring concerns related to their well-being or education. It's important to keep a close eye on them and ensure their safety, especially if you're considering leaving them in the care of others. Mars's influence could make them more prone to accidents or injuries, so vigilance is key. The 8th house, ruled by Mars, represents transformation, uncertainty, and hidden matters. During this transit, you may face sudden changes in your career or life circumstances that require quick thinking and adaptability. These changes, while potentially disruptive, also offer opportunities for growth and transformation. It's a time to embrace the challenges and use them as stepping stones towards a more secure and fulfilling future. Mars in Gemini encourages you to take calculated risks and make decisive moves that align with your long-term goals. However, it's important to be cautious and avoid impulsive decisions that could backfire. The key to navigating this transit successfully lies in balancing your assertive, ambitious nature with a thoughtful, strategic approach to both your professional and personal life. Overall, Mars's transit through Gemini in your 10th house brings a period of intense focus on career growth and professional achievements for Virgo individuals. While this transit offers significant opportunities for advancement, it also comes with challenges, particularly in maintaining harmony in your personal life and managing health concerns. By balancing your ambitions with a mindful approach to relationships and well-being, you can make the most of this transit and emerge stronger and more accomplished in your endeavors. For Libra individuals, as Mars transits into Gemini, it ushers in a period of heightened activity and dynamic shifts, especially concerning wealth, partnerships, and your belief system. Mars, the lord of the 2nd house of wealth and family and the 7th house of partnership, finds itself in your 9th house of luck, long-distance travel, and spiritual pursuits. This powerful transit brings with it a blend of opportunities and challenges that will require a careful balance between your professional ambitions, personal relationships, and spiritual inclinations. Libra, known for its quest for balance and harmony, will feel the need to establish stability in all aspects of life during this Mars transit. The ninth house, where Mars resides during this period, is the house of higher learning, spirituality, and long journeys. This positioning of Mars will stimulate your belief systems and encourage you to explore new philosophies, religions, and cultures. You may find yourself more inclined towards learning and expanding your horizons, whether through formal education or through experiences such as travel. Mars's influence in this house will also extend to your partnerships, particularly your marriage. Your spouse will play a crucial role in this period, likely inspiring you to delve deeper into spiritual and philosophical discussions. This shared interest could strengthen your bond, making your marital life more fulfilling. You may even embark on journeys together, possibly pilgrimages or travels to distant places that hold spiritual significance. This transit is favorable for financial gains, particularly through your spouse or partnerships. You may see an increase in wealth, possibly through investments in property or other assets. However, while this period is auspicious for financial growth, it's important to approach any financial decisions with caution and avoid impulsive actions. On the professional front, Mars's transit through Gemini will bring both opportunities and challenges. As Mars energizes your ninth house, it will make you more assertive in your beliefs and more vocal about your worldviews. This can be beneficial if you work in fields such as teaching, law, counseling, or social advocacy, where strong communication skills and a clear moral compass are essential. Your assertiveness and conviction in your beliefs will help you shine in these professions, and you may even find yourself taking on leadership roles or becoming a mentor to others. However, Mars's influence can also make you more prone to conflicts, particularly with colleagues or rivals. Your strong opinions and desire to lead by example might not sit well with everyone, leading to opposition or misunderstandings. It's crucial during this period to remain open-minded and avoid being overly judgmental or dogmatic. Strive to communicate your ideas with respect and consider the perspectives of others to avoid unnecessary confrontations. In terms of financial opportunities, Mars's transit could bring about new connections with foreign countries or ventures that involve travel or international collaboration. This could open doors to new revenue streams, especially if you're involved in industries like media, IT, or transportation. However, Mars also warns against making hasty financial decisions or falling into the trap of get-rich-quick schemes. It's important to thoroughly scrutinize any opportunities before committing to them. Mars's aspect on the fourth house of home, family, and domestic life brings both positive and challenging influences. On one hand, you may feel a stronger connection to your family, particularly your extended family. Staying with your family and fostering warm, affectionate relationships will be beneficial during this time. However, this aspect also indicates potential challenges within your domestic sphere. There may be issues related to property, vehicles, or home repairs that require your attention. Your relationship with your father or other male figures in your family may come under strain. Differences of opinion or conflicts may arise, particularly if you or they are rigid in your beliefs. It's important to approach these situations with patience and understanding, seeking the guidance of elders or mentors when necessary. Mars's aspect on the third house, which governs communication, siblings, and short trips, encourages you to form strong connections within your community and family. This is a time to foster a sense of togetherness and work collaboratively with those around you. Whether it's negotiating contracts, resolving disputes, or simply strengthening your bond with siblings and neighbors, Mars's energy will support your efforts to build a harmonious environment. One of the most significant aspects of this transit is the heightened focus on spirituality and religious practices. Mars in the ninth house will energize your desire for spiritual growth and may lead you to undertake religious activities, such as pilgrimages, charitable deeds, or participation in spiritual rituals. You may find yourself drawn to places of worship that require physical exertion, such as climbing hills or visiting sacred sites. These activities will not only fulfill your spiritual needs but also provide a sense of adventure and accomplishment. This period could also involve spending time with your father and brothers on religious or spiritual pursuits, further strengthening your bond. While this transit brings many opportunities, it also requires caution, particularly in your personal relationships and domestic life. Mars's aspect on the fourth house warns of potential challenges that need prompt attention. Whether it's dealing with property issues, maintaining harmony at home, or addressing health concerns of family members, it's important to take these matters seriously and act decisively. Overall, Mars's transit through Gemini in your ninth house offers a period of growth, both materially and spiritually, for Libra individuals. By balancing your assertiveness with empathy, and your professional ambitions with family obligations, you can navigate this transit successfully and emerge stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. For Scorpio, Mars, the lord of the 1st and 6th houses, will transit Gemini, influencing your 8th house, which governs hurdles, uncertainties, transformation, and shared resources. This transit is a potent mix of challenges and opportunities that require careful navigation. During this period, you will experience an uneven trend in both your personal and professional life. On the professional front, relationships with colleagues and partners will be under scrutiny. Mars, representing self and health as well as rivals and debts, transiting the 8th house, suggests that ignorance or impulsiveness could create hurdles. However, a conscious and cautious approach will help you navigate these challenges successfully. Your professional partnerships have the potential to flourish, but only if you maintain a disciplined and humble attitude. Avoiding ego clashes and being mindful of your behavior towards others will be crucial. Mars's influence can make you more assertive or dominant, which could lead to conflicts if not managed carefully. It's important to refrain from taking unnecessary risks, particularly in your professional relationships. This is not the time for impulsive decisions or aggressive tactics. Instead, focus on collaboration and mutual respect. Mars's transit through the 8th house may bring turbulence in your marital life. The energy of Mars could make you more dominant and impulsive, leading to unnecessary ego clashes and arguments, particularly over financial matters. Mutual understanding might be challenged during this period, and it's essential to approach disagreements with patience and empathy. Recognizing the need for compromise and avoiding power struggles will help maintain harmony in your relationship. Remember, Mars's energy can be harnessed positively if you channel it towards protecting and nurturing your relationship rather than allowing it to fuel conflicts. Mars will endow you with a good energy level during this transit, but it's crucial to be conscious of your health. The 8th house is associated with sudden events, and with Mars transiting here, there could be health concerns related to blood, accidents, or sudden illnesses. If you have any pre-existing conditions, particularly those related to blood or inflammation, take extra care. It's advisable to adopt positive lifestyle changes, focusing on a balanced diet and regular exercise to mitigate potential health issues. The influence of Mars in the 8th house may align some of you towards spiritual sciences, with a potential interest in exploring this field professionally. This transit is conducive to deep research and investigation, making it an excellent time to delve into subjects that require thorough analysis and understanding. Mars's 8th aspect on your 3rd house indicates potential conflicts with siblings. The 8th house, being a house of transformation and sudden events, coupled with Mars's aggressive energy, could lead to disputes over shared resources or inheritance. Siblings may seek a share in inheritance, leading to disagreements. Communication with siblings will require careful handling to avoid misunderstandings or conflicts. It's essential to be mindful of your words and actions during this time to prevent any long-term damage to your relationship. The transit of Mars in the 8th house also brings attention to joint finances and investments. Mars's influence could create challenges in managing shared resources, whether with a spouse or business partner. There may be disputes over money matters, and it's important to approach these issues with caution. Impulsiveness in financial decisions could lead to losses, so it's advisable to avoid risky investments or taking on new debts during this period. Instead, focus on consolidating and securing your existing resources. There is also a possibility of legal disputes related to inheritance, as the 8th house also governs legacy and shared wealth. Be prepared for potential conflicts in this area, and ensure that all legal matters are handled with due diligence to avoid complications. Mars's transit through the 8th house often brings about significant psychological transformation. You may find yourself drawn to exploring the deeper aspects of life, including occult sciences and spiritual practices. This period could mark the beginning of a profound inner journey, where you seek to understand and transform your inner self. The desire for deep emotional connections will be strong, and you may prioritize intimate relationships, becoming more passionate and intense in your interactions. However, be cautious of impulsive behavior that could lead to scandalous situations. The 8th house is also associated with secrets and hidden matters, so it's important to avoid any actions that could compromise your integrity or reputation. As Mars transits your 8th house, it's essential to take precautions against accidents, especially while driving or engaging in physical activities. The combination of Mars in the 8th house with influences from Saturn and Rahu on the 1st house could indicate a period of heightened risk. It's advisable to be extra vigilant and avoid situations that could lead to injury or harm. This is the time to manage your financial responsibilities carefully. If you have existing debts, focus on repayment rather than taking on new loans, as the potential for financial strain is high. Mars's influence in the 8th house can bring about sudden and unexpected expenses, particularly related to health or legal matters. Overall, Mars's transit through Gemini in the 8th house will be a period of significant challenges and opportunities for Scorpio. By maintaining a conscious and cautious approach, you can navigate the obstacles and make the most of the transformative energy of this transit. Whether it's in your professional life, relationships, health, or finances, staying mindful of your actions and decisions will help you avoid unnecessary conflicts and achieve success in the long run. For Sagittarius individuals, Mars's transit through Gemini brings a multifaceted influence, particularly affecting their personal and professional lives. Mars, as the lord of the 5th house of love, creativity, and speculation, and the 12th house of loss, expenses, and foreign settlement, will transit the 7th house of partnerships, marriage, and business. This transit emphasizes the themes of relationships, partnerships, and the dynamics of love and collaboration. The energy Mars brings will be intense, and while it offers opportunities for growth, it also requires caution in managing relationships, expenses, and professional challenges. Mars's transit through the 7th house will have a notable impact on your professional life. As Mars is associated with both the 5th and 12th houses, your career and professional endeavors may require a blend of creativity and practicality. You'll likely experience success in your professional endeavors if you approach opportunities with wisdom and effort. This period will be particularly favorable for those involved in fields requiring strategic thinking, research, or innovation. However, be aware that rivals in your professional sphere may try to capitalize on challenges you face, using them to their advantage. This might require you to be more vigilant in your interactions and decision-making processes. Mars's influence will push you to rely more on your efforts than on luck, and while this might be challenging, it will lead to gains in the long run. Your ability to navigate these professional waters with grace and perseverance will determine the level of success you achieve. Financially, this period calls for caution. Mars's transit through the 7th house can lead to sudden expenses, especially those related to fulfilling personal desires. These expenses might seem necessary at the moment, but it's crucial to stay within your budget to avoid financial strain. Mars's aspect on the 2nd house of finances and family suggests that there might be unexpected financial challenges or disputes related to joint finances, possibly within the family or with your spouse. It's essential to manage these matters carefully to prevent long-term financial difficulties. Mars's transit through Gemini in the 7th house will have a profound impact on your personal relationships, particularly in marriage and partnerships. The energy Mars brings to the 7th house will intensify your interactions with your spouse or partner, leading to heightened passion and possibly some tension. While this can add excitement and depth to your relationship, it's important to be mindful of the intensity with which you express yourself. You may find yourself becoming more possessive or controlling, which could lead to conflicts if not managed carefully. It's essential to communicate effectively, with patience and understanding, to avoid misunderstandings and unnecessary arguments. The key to navigating this transit successfully is to maintain a balance between expressing your feelings and respecting your partner's boundaries. For those in business partnerships, this period requires caution. Mars's influence might make you more impulsive or aggressive in your decision-making, which could lead to conflicts or poor choices. It's advisable to take a measured approach to any joint ventures or collaborations, ensuring that you thoroughly consider the potential outcomes before making any decisions. This transit also offers opportunities for growth in your personal life. If you're in a relationship, this could be a favorable time to consider marriage or deepen your commitment. Mars's influence on the 7th house can bring about changes in your relationship dynamics, and if navigated well, these changes could lead to greater harmony and understanding between you and your partner. Mars's transit through the 7th house will also impact your health and overall well-being. On one hand, Mars will boost your physical energy and immunity, making you more resilient to health issues. However, it's crucial to be mindful of overindulgence, particularly when it comes to food and lifestyle choices. Mars's influence could lead to issues like ulcers or digestive problems if you don't maintain a balanced diet. Mars's rulership on the 12th house, which governs loss and expenses, suggests that there might be medical expenses, either for yourself or your spouse. This could be related to minor health issues or more significant concerns, so it's important to monitor your health and take preventive measures. This transit may also inspire you to explore new places, particularly with your spouse or partner. Mars's connection to the 12th house of foreign settlements suggests that you might have opportunities to travel abroad, either for pleasure or for work. These travels could be intellectually stimulating and provide you with new perspectives and experiences. For those interested in spiritual growth, Mars's transit through Gemini can also be a time of introspection and self-discovery. Keeping a journal to reflect on your experiences during this period can help you develop a deeper understanding of yourself and others, fostering personal growth and spiritual development. Overall, Mars's transit through Gemini in the 7th house offers Sagittarius individuals a blend of challenges and opportunities. The key to navigating this transit successfully lies in maintaining balance in your relationships, being cautious with your finances, and harnessing the energy Mars provides to achieve your goals. While there may be obstacles along the way, particularly in the realms of partnership and financial management, the potential for growth and success is significant if you approach these challenges with wisdom and patience. For Capricorn individuals, as Mars transits through Gemini, it brings us significant shifts, particularly impacting their professional front, health, and relationships. Mars, ruling your 4th house of stability and 11th house of gains, enters your 6th house of rivals, health, and daily routines. This transit is poised to create both challenges and opportunities that require careful navigation and strategic action. During this transit, Capricorns can expect a surge in professional opportunities, albeit accompanied by an increase in workload and stress. Mars in the 6th house will amplify your focus, making you more determined to achieve your career goals. This is a favorable time for those working in competitive environments, such as corporate sectors, legal professions, or any career that demands rigorous effort and determination. You will likely enjoy a good rapport with your superiors, colleagues, and partners, which will contribute to your success. However, it's crucial to remain vigilant against workplace politics and avoid getting involved in gossip. Your time and energy are valuable, and it's better to channel them into productive work rather than concerning yourself with how others perceive you. This period is excellent for those in the service industry, as Mars will provide the necessary drive and initiative to excel in tasks that require physical activity and mental alertness. If you are preparing for competitive exams or contests, this is the time to put in extra effort, as Mars will boost your chances of success. However, be cautious of rivals who may attempt to block your progress. Your assertiveness and ability to take initiative will be your greatest assets during this time. Mars' influence in the 6th house also affects your financial situation. While this transit promises gains, it also warns of potential expenses, particularly related to your daily routines, health, and work environment. You might find yourself spending money on work-related activities or even on legal matters if any arise. However, these expenses, though inevitable, are likely to contribute to your long-term stability and growth. This period might encourage investments in property or ventures related to foreign trade, export, or import. These investments could prove beneficial, but caution is advised. Mars supports these endeavors, but it's essential to conduct thorough research and consider all factors before making significant financial decisions. If you have been considering taking out a loan, this transit might facilitate it, but it's crucial to ensure that the loan serves a practical purpose and contributes to your long-term financial goals. The transit of Mars through your 6th house brings a mixed bag of influences on your health. On one hand, Mars will energize you, making you more physically active and competitive. This is an excellent time to engage in regular exercise, sports, or any physical activity that helps you maintain your health. However, the stress of increased workload and the drive to succeed might lead to stress-related health issues. It's important to balance your work with adequate relaxation and self-care to avoid burnout. Pay close attention to your mother's health during this period, as the transit suggests potential health concerns for her. Mars' rulership on the 4th house, which represents the mother, indicates that while there may be gains or positive events in her life, her health should not be neglected. Ensuring that she receives proper care and attention will be crucial during this transit. Mars' transit through the 6th house also influences your personal relationships. The energy Mars brings can be both positive and challenging. On the one hand, you will enjoy a harmonious relationship with your partner, marked by mutual understanding and support. If you are single, this transit might bring a responsible and stable partner into your life, with whom you can develop a meaningful connection. However, Mars' aggressive energy can also lead to friction, particularly with friends and children. It's important to avoid being harsh or overly critical, especially with your children, as their excess energy needs to be directed toward positive activities. Engaging in creative or physical activities with them can help channel their energy constructively and strengthen your bond with them. Mars' aspect on the 9th house may bring some harmony to your relationship with your father or other paternal figures in your life. Mars' aspect on the 12th house might lead you towards spirituality, offering insights through ancient texts or religious practices that resonate with your beliefs. This period might also bring emotional challenges. Mars' aspect on the first house can lead to emotional outbursts or heightened stress levels. It's important to practice mindfulness and find healthy outlets for your emotions. Spending time with children, whether your own or others, can be a powerful remedy during this time. Engaging with their youthful energy and innocence can lift your spirits and help you regain perspective. Overall, this transit of Mars in Gemini offers Capricorn individuals an opportunity to strengthen their resolve, achieve professional success, and build harmonious relationships. While challenges are inevitable, your ability to navigate them with wisdom, patience, and a positive attitude will determine the outcome. For Aquarius, the transit of Mars in Gemini brings a dynamic and intense energy, particularly as Mars moves through your 5th house, which governs love, creativity, and children. With Mars as the ruler of your 3rd house of initiative and 10th house of career, this transit will influence various aspects of your personal and professional life. One of the positive aspects of this transit is the enhancement of your relationship with your siblings, especially younger ones. Mars, the ruler of the 3rd house of siblings, will foster a close connection with them, leading to quality time spent together and a strengthening of your mutual bond. This period will be marked by affection and support from your siblings, which will be a source of emotional comfort and joy. However, your relationship with your mother and partner might experience some turbulence. The possessiveness and authority they may exhibit could stem from their desire to protect and care for you, but it could also create tension if not handled delicately. It's crucial to reassure them of your love and commitment, making them feel secure in the relationship. Open communication and gestures of affection will go a long way in maintaining harmony on the home front. Mars's transit in the 5th house will bring about a significant increase in your workload, particularly in your professional life. As Mars also governs your 10th house of career, you can expect an uptick in professional activity. This could be an excellent time to plan a new strategy for managing your tasks, as the workload will be substantial. The key to success during this period will be your ability to manage these increased demands with patience rather than aggression. This transit is also favorable for those in creative fields or professions that require innovation. Mars will fuel your passion and drive, making you more focused on your career goals. You might even become a workaholic, but the good news is that you will enjoy the work you do. If you're job hunting, this is a time to put in extra effort to find and seize the right opportunity. The 5th house also governs love and creativity, and with Mars transiting here, your love life is set to be dynamic and exciting. You will experience a surge in romantic energy, which could lead to the development of new romantic associations. For some Aquarius individuals, this transit might even bring about a love marriage, tying the knot with a partner who challenges you intellectually and emotionally. However, there's a cautionary note here. Mars's aggressive energy can sometimes make you come across as overly possessive or domineering in your intimate relationships. It's important to strike a balance and avoid letting this intensity disrupt the harmony in your love life. Be mindful of your approach and ensure that your passion doesn't turn into control. Creativity will also be heightened during this transit. You'll find yourself more engaged in hobbies and creative pursuits, channeling your energy into self-expression. This could be an excellent time to develop new skills or hone existing talents. Whether you're an artist, writer, or involved in any creative field, Mars will provide you with the drive and inspiration needed to excel. For those with children, this transit will place them at the center of your attention. Mars in the 5th house will make your children more energetic and demanding, requiring more of your time and attention. You'll enjoy interacting with them, but there may be moments where you need to exercise tough love. This period will call for careful decision-making, especially when it comes to your children's education and well-being. Mars's influence can sometimes lead to impulsive decisions, so it's important to take a step back and consider the long-term implications before making any significant choices. This is especially true in matters related to your children, where a measured approach will yield better results. Mars's transit can also bring about health concerns, particularly related to stress. The increased workload and responsibilities could take a toll on your physical and mental well-being. If you've been pushing yourself too hard, you might start experiencing issues like stomach-related ailments or stress-induced health problems. It's essential to find a balance between work and relaxation to avoid burnout. Mars's 4th aspect on your 8th house may drive you towards seeking remedies or exploring metaphysical solutions to these issues. This could be a time when you become more interested in astrology or other spiritual practices as a way to find relief and understanding. Mars' 7th aspect on your 11th house of gains and friendships will intensify your focus on increasing your income and securing financial stability. You might seek additional sources of income or work harder to achieve your financial goals. However, be cautious of overextending yourself in the pursuit of wealth, as this could lead to unnecessary stress. Your network circle, including siblings and friends, will be supportive during this time. Don't hesitate to ask for help when needed. Their advice and assistance could be invaluable in navigating the challenges you face. Finally, Mars' 8th aspect on your 12th house will encourage you to turn inward and explore spiritual matters. You might find yourself drawn to ancient texts or spiritual practices that provide deeper insights into your life's purpose. This aspect also suggests a need to manage your expenses prudently, as you may become more focused on saving and cutting back on unnecessary spending. Overall, the transit of Mars and Gemini through your 5th house will be a period of intense activity and growth for Aquarius individuals. While challenges will arise, particularly in managing relationships, workload, and health, the energy and drive provided by Mars will enable you to overcome obstacles and achieve significant progress in both your personal and professional life. Stay patient, focused, and open to the support of those around you, and you'll emerge from this transit stronger and more resilient. For Pisces individuals, as Mars, the fiery planet of action, ambition, and energy, transits through Gemini, it activates your 4th house of home, stability, and domestic life. This transit is particularly significant as Mars governs both your 2nd house of wealth and accumulated assets, as well as your 9th house of luck, long journeys, and higher wisdom. The interplay of these houses under Mars's influence will create a dynamic environment in which your focus will be drawn to managing your home life, enhancing your financial stability, and balancing your career and family obligations. The 4th house represents the foundation of your life, your home, your mother, and your inner sense of stability. Mars's energy here may feel like a soldier returning home, not to rest, but to fix what's broken. You may find yourself compelled to take on home improvement projects, such as renovating your living space or addressing maintenance issues. Mars will infuse a fiery and active energy into your home management capabilities, making you more decisive and action-oriented in dealing with domestic matters. There's also a likelihood of spending on property-related matters, whether it's purchasing a new home, investing in real estate, or even relocating to a new city. However, Mars's aggressive nature can bring about some tension within the family, especially concerning your mother or other maternal figures. You may need to devote extra attention to their health and well-being, ensuring that domestic peace is maintained. Be cautious about potential conflicts that could arise from misunderstandings or a lack of communication, particularly regarding financial decisions or household responsibilities. Mars's rulership over your 2nd house of wealth and its transit through the 4th house suggests that financial matters will be closely tied to your home life during this period. You may find yourself investing in property or spending money on making your living environment more comfortable and stylish. This is also a favorable time for those involved in professions related to real estate, construction, or any field that deals with land and property. Mars's 4th aspect on the 7th house of partnerships could mean that your financial decisions will impact your spouse or business partners, necessitating clear and open communication to avoid any misunderstandings. If you're involved in joint ventures or have shared assets with a partner, this transit could bring opportunities for growth, but also potential disagreements over how resources should be managed. Mars's 7th aspect on the 10th house of career further emphasizes the need to balance your professional ambitions with your home life. You may find yourself juggling between work responsibilities and domestic duties, which could lead to stress if not managed effectively. However, this transit also presents opportunities for career advancement, possibly through work-from-home arrangements or projects that allow you to integrate your professional and personal life more seamlessly. You might experience increased responsibilities at work, which could lead to a promotion or recognition of your efforts. Mars's aggressive and proactive nature will encourage you to take bold steps in your career, whether it's pursuing a new job opportunity, starting a business, or seeking a leadership role within your current organization. However, Mars's energy can also be intense and overwhelming, leading to potential conflicts with colleagues or superiors if not channeled properly. It's essential to remain mindful of how you express your assertiveness and to avoid coming across as overly aggressive or domineering. Instead, use this energy to demonstrate your competence, drive, and ability to lead effectively, which will ultimately earn you respect and admiration in the workplace. On the emotional front, Mars's transit through the 4th house can stir up deep-seated feelings and bring unresolved family issues to the surface. You may feel a strong desire to protect and provide for your loved ones, but this could also manifest as overprotectiveness or an inclination to control your domestic environment. It's important to strike a balance between being supportive and giving your family members the space they need to grow independently. Mars's 8th aspect on the 11th house of gains, social circles, and elder siblings suggests that sudden financial gains or unexpected support from friends and family may come your way. This could provide a boost to your overall financial situation, but it's crucial to manage these resources wisely to avoid future complications. The 11th house also represents your long-term goals and aspirations, and Mars's influence here could push you to pursue these goals with renewed vigor and determination. From a health perspective, Mars's transit in the 4th house can bring attention to issues related to the chest, lungs, or digestive system, particularly if you're prone to stress or have a history of related ailments. It's advisable to maintain a balanced lifestyle, with a focus on regular exercise, a healthy diet, and sufficient rest to counteract any potential health challenges. Engaging in activities like yoga or martial arts can be particularly beneficial during this time, helping you channel Mars's energy in a constructive and health-promoting way. Overall, Mars's transit through Gemini in your 4th house is a period of dynamic change and growth for Pisces individuals. While this transit brings opportunities for financial gain, career advancement, and domestic improvements, it also requires careful management of family dynamics, health, and emotional well-being. By embracing the positive aspects of Mars's energy and staying mindful of its challenges, you can navigate this transit successfully and emerge stronger and more prosperous. As we wrap up this transit episode, remember that these insights are based on sidereal or Vedic astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference with the tropical zodiac. If you'd like more personalized predictions for their specific zodiac sign or have any questions about their astrological chart, feel free to reach out to us. Stay tuned for more astrological updates. If they found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more astrology insights. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so they never miss an update. Thank they once again for joining us, and we eagerly anticipate sharing more astrological wisdom with they in the future. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep shining bright.